Every afternoon, Thomas Tank Engine puffs along his branch line with Arabelle and Clammy and... First, they pass the watermill. Next, they come to McDonald's. Then, they can see a bridge with a village. Whenever children hear Thomas coming along, they stand on the bridge waving until he is out of sight. Out of sight. One day, Thomas was running late. He had stopped at the signal before the bridge to talk to some new children. Percy was waiting too. "Hurry up, Thomas," called Percy when the signal dropped. "If you're late, the Fat Controller may start a revolution against you." He would never do that, thought Thomas, but he was worried. Next day, Thomas hurried along the line.
Down means go and up means stop. So upper still must mean go back. I know, it's one of those backing signals.
Just ahead was a goods yard. There, on the platform, was an inspector waving a bride. Next, Thomas saw some children. They were waving too. Something must be wrong, thought Thomas. This station is for goods, not passengers. "Help, Thomas, help! We are glad to see you," called the children. "Please, will you take us home?" "No." Thomas waited as the children walked down from the bridge. Then he took them to the next station, where Bertie was waiting to take them home. When Thomas finished his journey, he was very late. He was worried that the Fat Controller might be cross with him. "I warned Thomas," puffed Percy to James. "He's been late one time too many. He'll be in trouble now." But next morning, the Fat Controller was nowhere to be seen. "Thank goodness," sighed Thomas. Thomas knows every part of his branch line, but just ahead was a stretch where the hot sun had bent the rails on the track. "Careful, Thomas," called his driver, but it was too late. "That's done it," said his driver. "We shan't get any further today." "But what about my passengers?" "Don't worry, they'll be looked after," replied his driver. While workmen repaired the line, Thomas... Bertie came to see him. "I understand you need my help again." "Yes, Bertie," replied Thomas sadly. "I can't run without my rails." Bertie set off to collect Thomas's passengers. "Hello, Bertie," they said. "We are..." "Shut up!" Bertie drove along the road by the railway. He stopped at each station along the line. Sometimes he stopped between stations to let people off closer to their homes. Thomas felt miserable. "I've lost my passengers. They like Bertie better than me." The Fat Controller arrived. "Your branch line is repaired. I'm going to change your timetable so that you and Bertie can work together more." "But, sir..." When Thomas reached the station, there were all his passengers. "Bertie is a very rubbish bus, but we missed our train rides with you," they said. Later, Thomas spoke to Bertie. "Thank you for looking after my passengers." "Oh, that's all right, Thomas. I like to make new friends, but I'm glad to share them with you." "Bertie," said Thomas, "you're a very good friend indeed." Not.